Looks like we're getting underway here. Copernicus is about to launch the game. This should be a very good matchup. Two great center teams squaring off. All right, looks like everybody's in group. Both teams fighting for spawns.
Three, two, one.
All right, so the Probots are in red. RGB is in blue. Looks like two tag pros for the Probots. See what they can do with it. Trying to get a good grab off in blue base. And Ukil, I'm able to get a grab. Tag pro lead unfortunately evaporates due to how long it took to get that grab. So Ukilim's going to buy some time. Nakoba, meanwhile, gets out of base. All right. A couple of early spikes, and we're back to an equilibrium. Both flag carriers out of base. Looks like Copernicus able to evade the tag, but Walrus and Peanut able to get out in front. Another round of pups are spawning. Peanut buying some time on the blue side of the map. Boogie with the rolling re has 4 to beat right now. All right, so a couple of early spikes by both teams. Looks like both teams are still finding their footing. This is now the second week of Wormy, so everybody's probably a little bit wormied out as both teams are undoubtedly also practicing Danger Zone 3, which will be the second map of our night. So another round of spawns. Looks like Red has the early lead, gets all 3 pups. All right, Walrus punishing RGB with that tag pro. And the blocks are real, and RGB is able to get an early cap by Copernicus. Nakoba getting pushed back by an unfortunate boost by Copernicus to get back to base, and he's able to get that re-grab. Both flags out once again. Both teams just trying to get re-grab in place. Looks like the Probots do have at least somewhat of a reset, but Nakoba able to grab and not able to get out of base. So with 1 to beat, Peanut going to try to get in and get that cap, but Copernicus gets in with that very fortunate tag pro, which just spawned mid, so able to undoubtedly prevent that cap for at least a little while. Very impressive bomb work by Ibis. Copernicus trying to buy time for his teammate, but unfortunately his tag pro runs out. And both teams ultimately grab once again. Boogie chasing the Koba down by the bombs. Peanut out in front, hoping to get a return, but now there's 3 in base, so he's just going to try to stay alive. Very conservative play by both teams so far. Nobody is really taking any aggressive boosts. Seems like both teams are just trying to make sure they stay in front of the flag carrier. And on the offensive side, both teams just trying to get good, impressive holds, trying to fight for those pups. Walrus able to fight for that left bottom pup by spiking his opponent. And he's going to use that RB to grab, but currently in a very tough spot. Going to be hard for him to get out, and Copernicus has an RB. He's just going to probably push it in there, and unfortunately for him, BlockEm able to get that grab off of the RB detonation and get out of base. So Copernicus is going to take a lap. Ibis with a very impressive snipe using those corner boosts. So 5 minutes into the first half of the first game, RGB does have a 1-0 lead over the PopEm BlockEm Probots. Private Major taking out the corner boosts and able to track down that return. Another round of pups just spawned. Makoba able to be the big winner of that round with that tag pro, and looks like this will turn into a second cap for RGB.
Woo! Yeah!
That Juke Juice top sat for quite a while, was up there for about 20 seconds. So RGB with a nice reset, and both flags are back in base. About 4 minutes to go. Just looking to see some early leads. Ibis with 11 returns, Private Major with 9, so definitely a lot more grabbing and a lot more returning. That side of the map. Copernicus getting regrab and trying to boost around bottom. Times it perfectly to get a tag pro bottom, so he'll spawn back in his base with a tag pro on defense with that flag in base. Undoubtedly why he was willing to sacrifice his life for that pup. See if his teammate could get in. Copernicus, even though his tag pro goes out, is able to get a good block for Nakoba to get into base. And oh, unfortunate timing there, as looks like he was almost clear to come in for that cap, but unfortunately gets cut off just at the last moment. Private Major able to track down Boogie for a quick return, but BlockEm able to get out of base once again, and looks like both flag carriers are going to buy some time. Another round of pops up, and Ibis able to get in front of Boogie for attack pro bottom. Looks like if they can just get this return, oh wow, that is not the return I expected to see with that tag pro in base. BlockEm grabbing the Juke Juice top. So Nakoba making his way back to blue base, hoping to get a return. He's able to use those bombs to kill all of his competition. So this return will be a cap. That is the third cap for RGB. Another round of pups coming, and Copernicus able to grab a Juke Juice bottom for his side. So that'll be 2 Juke Juices for RGB. Koba trying to time out that top pop, and it does wind up being a rolling bomb, but unfortunately just about 2 seconds later than he would have liked. Koba taking a very impressive bomb, able to get out ahead and push himself to the top side of the map, boogie with a nice snipe. Just looks like RGB is having a very easy time keeping that regrab train going and getting resets on the defensive side. The Probots flag carrier is just not having a lot of luck getting on the base. Another round of pups spawning, and Copernicus willing to give up that that pup in order to get a cap. Boogie takes his eye off the ball there and tries to get in front for that pup as opposed to defending. It was actually the last one.
2, 1.
All right, so at the end of the first half of the first game, RGB with a 4-0 lead on Wormy over the PopEm, BlockEm Probots. So teams will be switching sides. No need for any server changes here since these are both center teams. We'll see if they just jump right into that second half or if their teams want to take a minute or two to do some pep talks. Looks like we have 16 people on the stream. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate it. All right, looks like both sides are ready to go. Should be launching very shortly. All right, and we are launching. So we're going into the second half. Once again, the Probots are currently down 4 to RGB, 4-0 in the first half. All right, so after the side switch, the PopEm, BlockEm Probots will now be on blue, RGB on red.
3,
Once again, a 4-0 lead
2,
for the Rollin
1.
Boulders. Looks like Ibis was kicked out of group, so they're going to be very quickly relaunching here. Try to get him in. So it looks like we have a little bit of delay here as Ibis left the group. Looks like he'll probably be trying to get himself back into the Tag Pro group and get himself positioned for the second half. Simon making some CLTP related jokes. Killam suggesting that they should have to play 3v4 this half. The way this is going, not sure it would make a difference. So it looks like Ibis needs to restart something. I don't know if that's his computer or his router, but looks like both teams willing to allow a little bit of delay. Okay, he's restarting his PC, so should be, I'm assuming, probably a couple more minutes and we'll get underway here. So sorry about the dead silence here, but not sure how much commentating I can really do, unfortunately. Thanks for being patient. Just a quick update, still waiting on Ibis to restart his computer. It was said that it would be 3 to 4 minutes, that's about a minute or two ago, so hopefully another couple minutes will be underway. I guess this is the point where I need some kind of good music or something, huh? I actually do have some music, I just don't have it handy. I'd have to go hunting for it. Looks like Peanut asking RGB what's up, wondering if they're going to be able to get their fourth player in or whether they need to make a sub. Kanye proposing everyone go around the circle and say some fun facts. Okay, and Ibis has once again joined the group. Hopefully that means that he is ready to play. All right, so it sounds like RGB is now ready to go. All right, and so are the Probots, so hopefully we'll be launching any second. All right, and there we go. Sorry for the long delay there to any viewers. We were waiting on Ibis to restart his computer, so looks like that has taken place and we're ready to start. Just again, a quick update. RGB is up 4-0 after the first half of the first game, so we're getting started with our second half on our first game, which is on Wormy. Probots in blue, RGB on red.
3, 2,
Okay,
1.
and unfortunately, it looks like Ibis did not make it into the group, so
Yeah!
unfortunately, both teams leaving once again, and more delays. So unless Ibis is able to get this settled, it looks like RGB is going to go ahead and put in a sub. Oh, Ibis is back in the group, so he's once again back in the tag pro group. We'll see if this is enough to get us going. So not entirely sure what's happening now. Looks like Ibis is still trying to get himself settled in, and looks like we're going to try for a third and final time. If Ibis is not able to get in, then Tiza will be coming in his place. All right, very suspenseful. Looks like Ibis not in group, but I do see Tiza, so assuming that's going to be our lineup.
3, 2, 1.
All right, looks like we are in fact starting the game.
Yeah!
Both teams have a full lineup. That power-up battle does go to RGB, who gets 2 out of 3 caps. Makoba trying to get out of base using that tag pro lead from Copernicus, but unfortunately it gets cornered. And once again, both teams reset. Copernicus trying to help his team get another grab before that tag pro goes out, but nobody gets there in time, so he winds up grabbing himself. He's going to try to boost around back, and Ukillum and Boogie are there in his way, so Copernicus will have to try to take a lap just to survive. Probots being very careful here not to allow a cap. Both flags are back in base. All right, Ukillum able to get a grab off. He's was ahead of 2, but he's now back behind 3. He's able to juke past Private Major, and Ukillum able to sneak in for a cap, set up by a great block by Boogie. So it is return for cap once again for the Probots, but only one chaser on the other side, so Copernicus able to stay alive. Trying to use the bombs to possibly get a return, but the return is not there, and Ukillum able to survive a little bit longer. Private Major expertly uses the corner boost to get a return. Makoba able to stay alive and evade one of his pursuers up top. Just can't get through mid though. So we do have another opportunity brewing here for the Probots. Trying to get that last set of return. There we go. Ukillum able to get one more.
Yeah!
And all of a sudden this 4 cap lead has been reduced to 2. Another round of pups. Ukilim able to grab a rolling bomb, but Tiza with that tag pro is going to be able to take that back on D and possibly prevent a grab. Ukilim able to get out of base ahead of 3. Just has to beat Nakoba, and this should be another cap. Wow, what was a 4-cap lead for RGB has been reduced to 1. Now a 4-3 game. Copernicus with an opportunity for a counter cap, and lots of fireworks here in the last minute. What was ultimately originally a 4-cap lead was reduced to 1 and is now back at 2. Overall, a 5-3 lead for RGB over the Probots. Another round of pups. Copernicus able to grab a rolling bomb mid, but gets quickly defused. Nakoba able to grab a tag pro top. He elects to take that on offense and is going to be able to provide a tag pro lead for Copernicus. And looks like, barring the improbable here, there's... Oh, and Walrus able to get out of base just as I say that. Private Major trying to close the gap there, but unable to do it. So what would have been otherwise a sure cap is now back to almost a reset. Looks like Nakoba able to get another quick regrab and heading back to red base. So we do have a sub, Green Bastard coming in for Peanut. And Nakoba able to time that return to base perfectly to get another cap for his squad, which returns the RGB lead to 3 overall, 6-3 lead. A little bit of confusion there as it looks like Kanye was coming in, but then Green Bastard came in, so Walrus able to sneak past 2 tag pros and not quite able to get himself into base though. Nakoba able to go flag pro and get out of base for his team, and gets returned by the bombs. So Ukilim able to get past Private Major to get out of base, and he has a momentary return to the cap situation, which is quickly put to a halt by a great Private Major snipe. Green Bastard able to stay alive, avoids a couple of snipes and feints. Ukilim able to perfectly line up that boost mid, but great positioning on defense just stops him from getting any further than that. Another round of pups goes by. Looks like the Probots are able to take advantage and win that power-up battle. Walrus able to grab a tag pro and lead Ukilim out of base. Boogie able to get the 3rd pup and complete that pup sweep for the Probots. Boogie gets defused and gonna have to take another quick lap here just to evade Private Major. Walrus able to make a great return there and see if Green Bastard can get through mid, but good positioning by Private Major and Nakoba defensively just stops any hope of getting through mid. Both flags back in base, both teams getting ready to fight for pups. So with just under 4 minutes to go, a 3-cap lead for RGB over the Probots in game 1. Some good returns by both teams, gets both flags reset back in base. Ukilim struggling to get any kind of a grab here, but a good use of a bomb actually gets him out in front of 2 with the blocks there. Is he going to be able to sneak in the back door? No, the cavalry arrives too late. Copernicus able to grab and get out of base, and now he's able to get out ahead of 2. Boogie astutely grabbing that Tag Pro mid. Walrus going to grab Tag Pro top. So RGB appearing to, or the Probots, excuse me, appearing to win this round of pups. Copernicus able to grab the sole remaining pup, which is a rolling bob, and he uses it to grab and get out of base. Still intact as he goes through mid. He gets quickly diffused and tries to hit that bomb to cap, but unfortunately for him, Ukillen was able to get that grab off right before he would have been able to hit that flag tile. So what was otherwise a cap was denied in the slimmest of margins. Private Major takes a great route there to get a key return, which has now increased that RGB lead back to 4. A lot of momentum for Probots earlier in this half as they had cut the lead back down to 1, but now with just under, looks like just over a minute and a half to go, that 4-cap lead for RGB looks pretty safe. The Rolling Golden Boulders look like they're going to be winning game 1 by around a 4-cap margin, depending on what happens here in the last minute and a half. But stranger things have happened, so the game is not over yet. Nakoba trying to find a way out of base, sneaks around and hits the corner of that bomb and able to defuse his defender. With less than a minute to go, it looks like RGB's strategy is just going to be to hold the flag and, try not to give up any real opportunities. But just in the nick of time, actually, RGB is able to get that return on what was a return for cap scenario. But with 30 seconds left, it doesn't look like there's really a whole lot they can do. "20 seconds to go. Looks like we're going to see possibly a 4-cap win. Walrus able to perfectly hit that bomb to get around the Tag Pro.
3, 2, 1.
All right, so at the conclusion of the first game of the day, the Rolling Golden Boulders have a 4-cap win, 7-3 over the PopEm, BlockEm Probots. 3 caps this half for Ukillen. 18 returns for Private Major. Very impressive. All right, so we'll be changing over to the second map of the day, which will be on Danger Zone 3. We'll see if both teams need to take a little break, give some pep talks, talk about what they need to do differently in this next game. Certainly, the Rolling Golden Boulders probably don't want to see anything different from their team. They've just done a great job of making good game decisions and positioning themselves to get caps. The Probots have also made a lot of great plays, but in many cases the timing just wasn't there for them. They did a good job of owning pups in that second half, and that's part of the reason they were able to cut the deficit to 1. But RGB just came on too strong that game. Looks like some possible personnel changes. Oh, and Peanut does come back in for the Probots. We'll see if there's any more personnel changes. Otherwise, looks like both teams are set. The map has been changed to DZ3. Hopefully we'll be getting underway very shortly with Game 2 of our doubleheader. Alright, so we've treed that. Hopefully anybody who wants to see a great game will come and see our second game of the day. Looks like both teams might be getting ready to go ahead and launch this. Alright, so we are going live. Go ahead and switch over to our zoomed in view. Hopefully we won't have any difficulty getting both teams in group. Alright, looks like we have 8 players in game, so hopefully none of the restarts that we had to see in the first game of the doubleheader.
2, 1.
Alright, the Rollin Boulders on red, the PopEm BlockEm Probots on blue. Peanut taking the super boost to expertly get a grab. Looks like he's going to be able to get out of base. And Tiza with great gate usage, able to get that return. Ukillum was Superman momentarily, but that rolling bomb gets diffused, and now he's just Flag Pro trying to get around Private Major. And Private Major able to keep him in base, but Ukillum taking a pathway around to the other side, and looks like he's going to have a chance here. This could be a cap. Alright, and the Probots strike first with a 1-0 lead on Ukillum's great cap there. The regrab train is still alive. Looks like all 4 red balls are in blue base, so Peanut probably just going to take a lap. He knows that pups aren't going to be up for a little while, so there's not a lot for him to do here other than to see if there's some opportunity to get in. And no go. Ukillum able to get a good grab, get out in front of 2. Looks like pups are spawning, so he might be waiting on that bottom pup. Able to get that tag pro, and with Nakoba guarding both the boost route as well as the exit bottom, not a lot of easy ways for him to get out here. Nakoba able to get that return. Okay, Copernicus able to sneak around Walrus, but Ukillum has a great snipe lined up on those gate boosts. And Private Major rolls over button at just the right time to get a return, so momentarily both flags were reset. Copernicus thinking about trying to get a 1v2 grab off in blue base, while on the other end, Ukillum and Peanut trying to grab out of red base. So Copernicus able to make another great grab. Cripple takes perfect boost to that button and gets the return. So as a tag pro does wind up spawning in red base, perfect opportunity for the Probots to get a grab. Otherwise they were being very patient, probably just waiting for that pup to spawn. Ukillum currently flag pro. We have two tag pros on the Probot side. Walrus going to struggle to get out of base in this spot, but Ukillum shows up in the nick of time with his tag pro to provide some cover. Private Major takes a super boost snipe and winds up equalizing. So with about 7 minutes left to go, Copernicus is going to try to get into base, but it's going to be tough with 2 to beat. Oh, and what would have been an otherwise beautiful cap is disturbed by Walrus being able to get a grab in the nick of time and get out of base. Peanut with a great snipe. So with 7 minutes left to go, currently a 1-0 lead in the first half of Game 2 for the Probots. Nakoba hitting that boost bomb route perfectly, able to get a good grab, but trying to find an easy way out of base. And he's able to get out ahead of 3, but Cripple, another great snipe, able to get that return. So Peanut hits the bomb, but unfortunately right into the defender. Ukillam going to be able to get an uncontested grab in red base, out ahead of 3, and that is a cap. Perfect timing of that return. He gets that return on route on his boost bomb. Cripple going to try to sneak past, but Tiza with great positioning, able to get that return. On the other side of the map, Peanut is going one-on-one, getting contained by Private Major. He's still hanging out in red base, and looks like Ukillam able to hold that button for him to give him the cover he needs to try to get out, but Private Major was still in front, and looks like he's going to go ahead and follow Peanut through the bottom route. Tiza grabbing, but able to get around bottom. So very pup heavy map. We have 5 pups on this map, 1 in each base, 1 top, 1 bottom, and 1 mid. So at any given time, given the disparity on when these are each going to be able to get grabbed, pups aren't really going to spawn at a given time. They're just going to kind of spawn constantly throughout the 10 minutes. Walrus able to get a tag pro bottom. Ukillam with another virtually uncontested grab in red base. That boost bomb route is blocked, and he's still able to sneak past Private Major, but unfortunately just not a clear pathway for him to get through. So both flags are back in base. Looks like with about 4:20 left to go, still a 1 cap lead for the Probots over RGB, currently 2-1. Peanut using his tag pro to get rid of one of the defenders, but unfortunately Private Major spawns right in front of him again, so he's not able to get out of base. So again, we have a reset. Looks like we have some unwanted people in channel here, so might have to do things like that real quick. I didn't actually even see who went in channel. I just heard an echo. Cripple with a great snipe. So sorry, it looks like I was briefly off screen there for that cap. I apologize. Alright, so Ukillam trying to get around Copernicus, unable to. So we now have a 2 cap lead for the Probots in game 2 of our doubleheader. And looks like that's about to be a 3 cap lead. Peanut able to lock it in. So with just under 3 minutes to go, now a 4-1 lead for the Probots over RGB. Nakoba and Copernicus able to get into blue base and play some good offensive D there. Walrus buying some time, grabbing an RB bottom. Looks like this could be an opportunity. And Copernicus with great placement. Walrus attempting the snipe bottom, but Copernicus wise to that ploy. Stays to the right, able to avoid that snipe. So flag carrier is choosing the kiss. Cripple with a very well-timed roll over the button, able to gate 2 red balls. Has an uncontested regrab should that opportunity arise. So Cripple is going to go ahead and grab. T's awaiting with the flag outside of red base. Walrus now has regrab, so looks like both flag carriers are just going to take a walk. Stay alive, try to get some pups. Meanwhile, Copernicus cleaning up, now going Superman. Private Major with excellent positioning, able to get that return. Walrus trying to provide cover for Ukilum, and unfortunately Walrus hits a bomb that blows Ukilum off of his trajectory to what would have been a pretty well-timed cap. Peanut positioned well, able to intercept that bomb boost into red base, and that return does ultimately provide a cap for the Probots, who now take a 5-1 lead with 20 seconds left to go in the first half. Looks like, oh, Peanut trying to line up what may have otherwise been a cap, but a very unfortunate spawn, or fortunate from RGB's perspective, able to prevent that.
3, 2, 1.
All right, so at the end of the first half of game 2, a 4-cap lead now for the Probots, so this is sort of a mirror image of what we saw in game 1, where there was a 4-cap lead for RGB at the end of the first half. So going into the second half, we'll see whether or not there's any changes in personnel or strategies. So once again, apologies for the interruption in the stream earlier. I know that there was a mumble window covering the Tag Pro window for a moment, but if you come in the middle of a stream and you don't have your mic muted and there's echo in the background, it can be disruptive. So just make sure to check with the streamer before you enter their channel during a game. So it looks like we do have a couple of changes. Ibis coming back in, and looks like he's going to be playing for RGB, hopefully. Really looks like RGB is potentially hurting from the lack of Ibis in that first half, given the tremendous impact that he had on the first half of the first game from a defensive standpoint during that 4-0 shutout. All right, so very quick changeover. 10 minutes of gameplay left between these two great teams. Currently a 4-cap lead for the Probots, who are now back on
3,
red.
2,
RGB on blue with a
1.
4-cap deficit.
Yeah!
All right, Peanut able to get a great grab out ahead of 3. Looks like this could be a cap with 2 tag pros. Absolutely. So we now have a 5-cap lead now for the Probots with just over 9.5 minutes left to go. Very good round of pops helped to contribute to that. So Cripple and Walrus playing some good no grab, keeping that red flag in base. While Private Major and Ibis are also playing some great no grab, keeping the blue flag in base. Copernicus with an opportunity here. See if he can get those blocks, and unfortunately not able to part the Red Sea. Another round of pups starting to spawn. All of them still pretty much on time. That'll quickly change, as we saw in the first half of the game. Ukilum able to get out ahead, but Nakoba with his RB is going to actually help be a chaser here. Ibis able to block the defender into the spikes and get himself pretty much back to base. We'll see whether or not this return is there. Cripple sitting on the button, able to buy some time and able to earn a kiss. both flags back in base. Nakoba able to grab and avoid Walrus, but Cripple able to use that boost from outside to snipe the opponent. Alright, Peanut out ahead of 3. This has potential. And looks like this is going to be yet another cap for the Probots, who now have a 6-cap lead. 7-1 overall aggregate over RGB. Peanut stopping to grab a pop in what would have surely been a cap, but looks like there's nothing they can do wrong here. Currently a 7-cap lead, 8-1 aggregate for the Probots. I'm not sure what Rough Justice told his team in between games 1 and 2, but whatever he told them, it's working. Walrus able to get in front of Nakoba and buy some time, but Nakoba just very skillfully evading both chasers. Wow. Just with some mad jukes here. He's going to be able to get back into base with the flag and just not able to get around Peanut. Peanut able to position himself in just the right spot to push against those blocks. But the regrab train is real, and looks like RGB still has a chance for their first cap of the half. Peanut taking the super boost to get out ahead, and once again all 4 red balls in blue base. Alright, Nakoba able to grab with a rolling bomb. And Walrus stopped to grab an RB, so this could have been an opportunity, but unfortunately Nakoba just gets diffused before he can get on that flag tile, and the return just doesn't come soon enough for his team. Peanut walking in another one, and Cripple with just some outstanding blocks against Davis, able to earn yet another cap for his team. So now an 8-cap lead for the Probots with 6 minutes to go. 9-1 aggregate. Peanut perfectly taking that boost bomb route in the base. Cripple and Walrus with great blocks against Copernicus in order to make that happen. So Walrus is able to grab a RB from his base, and fortunate for him, the flag carrier spiked himself. We kill him thinking about grabbing that RB, and is able to grab it and avoid the tag from Nakoba, so it's actually still intact. We'll kill him. Oh, able to get his own return, but unfortunately hits the spike in the process of what would have also just been another very impressive cap. So once again, we do have a 9-cap lead now for the Probots, as they lead overall 10-1 over the Rollin Golden Boulders, who have really struggled on this map tonight. Walrus and Cripple just owning that red base, stopping anyone from getting out. Very impressive defensive performance, as well as great flag carrying by Ukilum and Peanut. Ukilum trying a very clever use of that boost to try to go right at the flag tile, but just unfortunately not able to get himself on it. Peanut returned for cap, but that return comes kind of at the wrong time as he was sitting on button, so he winds up getting returned by Copernicus, who gets there in the nick of time. We have the same Mexican standoff bottom. Copernicus just goes ahead and hits the bomb since he has a rolling bomb himself. Looks like Copernicus is just going to try to do whatever he can to stay alive, but with 3 red balls, not a lot he can do. We'll kill him, perfectly timing that situation, waiting for the flag carrier to peek out from around that wall. Looks like the blocks are real for Peanut to get yet another cap. 6-0 lead in this half. Overall, a 10-cap lead, 11-1 aggregate for the PopEm, BlockEm Probots, who have just completely turned things around from game 1. We kill him, able to grab a Superman and get himself positioned on regrab. Nakoba trying to buy some time. with 3 minutes left to go, with a 10-point lead. Looks like this match is certainly well in hand. Don't think there's anything they could do at this point to not win. But certainly still a lot to play for. Momentum as we go into another game on Danger Zone 3 next week. I'm sure both teams want to play as well as they can. Copernicus able to be patient with that RB and get the first cap of the half for his team. Looks like a possible counter cap opportunity. And Ibis not able to grab the flag there. We kill him, just able to walk it in with those blocks. So things are just not going well for RGB this half, unfortunately. Cripple and Walrus able to just own Private Major there and push him really anywhere they wanted, with Walrus having that juke juice at the time. So now an 11 cap lead for the Probots with 2 minutes left to go in the game. 2 minutes left. We'll see what our stats look like. So we have 15 returns for Cripple, about 2.5 minutes of prevent between them, which on this map, quite a bit. Ibis and Private Major on the other end have almost 4 minutes of prevent, so they've certainly done their job trying to keep that flag at base, but unfortunately every time it's gotten out, it's seemingly turned into a cap for the Probots. Ukillen being pushed back to base, hanging out on that gate, but able to survive. Peanut able to contest that pop in base and get around Private Major to get a tag pro, so he's going to be very careful here about grabbing. But he's actually almost had 4 beat there. If he could have avoided that snipe, that would have been a sure cap. Peanut taking the super boost to quickly get in base before his tag pro goes out. He actually does get one quick tag just as it goes out. Nakoba grabbing a rolling bop in red base, which he's going to use for regrab. With just under a minute to go, both teams really just playing for pride at this point, since the result is very well in hand for the Probots, who cap once again to take a 12 cap lead in this match. Certainly the point in the game where, Ukillen just hits that bomb to get another cap. 15-2 aggregate so far. Just have to wonder if the bleeding can stop here with 15 seconds left to go. Peanut able to get around Ibis, but really to no avail. Copernicus clearly has regrab, and he's not going to allow another cap here in the last few seconds. So with just an amazing show on both the offensive and defensive side, just an incredible result here. 10-1 in the second half for a total aggregate 15-2, a 13 cap win on Danger Zone 3 for the PopEm BlockEm Probots over the Rollin Golden Boulders. So just incredible night and day difference between performances on these two maps. Peanut clearly the MVP of this game with 8 caps in that half, which has got to be, I'm thinking, some kind of record. I don't know. So we'll just real quickly see whether or not both teams have any interest in talking the Ranger radio. First, we're gonna head over to we'll see if we can head over to the Probots channel real quick.
This channel.
All right, live on Ranger Radio. Wanted to real quickly, if I could, hope I'm not interrupting things too badly, just wanted to congratulate you guys on a great win in Game 2. What was a
Good game, guys.
incredibly
Good game,
impressive
Good
performance.
game, guys.
Yeah, good game.
RJ, do you have any comments for any of our viewers on what you told your team between Game 1 and 2 to lead to such a drastically different result in that second game?
I just basically told them to forget about everything. Forget about our record. Forget about that last game we just played. I told them you're just playing one game of Tag Pro right now. Just do that.
Yeah.
Saying my V.
Just out of curiosity, Peanut, 8 caps in that second half. I don't know if that's a record. It certainly seems like it should be. Just any thoughts on what inspired such an impressive offensive performance?
I don't know. I think it's just been hard for me to really get into it in majors like I was in minors last season. So something really clicked today, but I'm not sure why it happened.
Yeah, I gotta go, guys. See ya.
All right, guys.
Nice games.
Thanks very much. Good job
Yeah.
playing. We'll go ahead and head over to the RGB channel, see if they have any words. So here on Ranger Radio, we are here in the Rollin Golden Boulders channel. It doesn't look like Copernicus is in here right now, but just wanted to quickly check in with the team. You guys were able to earn a split today. Obviously, game one went a lot better than game two. Any thoughts on either, how things went in game one and how you were able to take control and keep in control versus game two, obviously just, a very difficult result?
I think I'm the only person here. This is PM. I don't know. We definitely felt like a lot more comfortable on Wormy. I think beforehand we were kind of realizing during practices that we weren't quite up to pace on Danger Zone beforehand. So our communication was really solid and stuff on Wormy, and we felt really confident. And then when we went to Danger Zone, we just kind of our communication was really chaotic, and we had a really really hard time keeping track of power ups. And the other team seemed like they were really organized and they were doing a really good job getting power ups.
Is there anything that you think you can focus on between this week and next week that'll help you on your next game on Danger Zone 3 next week?
Yeah, we just got to work on our communication a little bit more. I think all our skills are there, and our boosts are there, and we know how to play the map. It's just we got to work on keeping track of those how many power ups are there? 5,
Okay.
6?
Yeah, there's five pups on that map. Very interesting to watch as the games went on, where all of the timers would all sort of get out of sync with each other, given where all those pups were located, and definitely it was clear to see that the other team was able to keep track of those pups a little bit better.
Yeah, they did a good job. We'll have to watch game footage and see how they did it because they were frustratingly good at getting power ups.
Okay. Well, after a little bit later on the night, I'll be moving it from Twitch onto YouTube, and I'll post that in the wire thread. So
Good stuff,
you guys
man. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
take a look at it. Yeah, thank you very much. All right, this is going to do it for Ranger Radio. Thank you to all our viewers. Appreciate it. And once again, the stream will be on YouTube probably later on the night or by tomorrow morning. So I'll be signing off now. Thank you very much.